So the news has kind of come out that every regional fan was kind of dreading that the union is going to cut from 4 teams down to 2. This is just what most people were absolutely dreading the news, and it's been all but confirmed by the union at the moment. Should say that the union haven't come out with a statement. Apparently, they're going to come out later on today or tomorrow. Whether that happens, I don't know. When it does, I'll break that news down there more, like in detail, go through what their plans are, do that over on Dragon Sports, and then if more comes out towards the end of the week and over the weekend, I'll do a video on like Sunday and wrap it up on this channel. But I just wanted to give like an emotional feel of my reaction to this news, because at the end of the day, we're fans and we're emotional. I will be the first to admit the status quo can't continue because it's not working. Clearly, look where the teams are. But the union have said, we're going to come up with this radical way to save Welsh rugby. And all they've kind of done, in my opinion, is just cut 2 regions off and then push their money into those and gone, there we go. I don't think that's going to work. You only have to look at Scotland. I know I always say about it and people say, oh, it's not the same thing. But 2 teams is not enough to bring you success. You cannot build the depth if you want squad players. Even if you have a massive squad, half of your team is not getting exposure. It just doesn't work for me. It's just not going to work. If this does go ahead, which I'm still not sure this is going to go ahead, because undoubtedly there'll be legal battles. There's no way the new Scarlets owners, if their team is cut, are going to go, yeah, okay, then we just won't bother. They're going to launch a legal battle. Same for the Ospreys, who have now got the plans for St Helens going forward. Cardiff are safe as an entity, I guess. Whether they'll get to keep their name, whether it'll go to East or West, which has been rejected generally by most of the fans. Then the Dragons, they've signed the PRA, so they've gonna surely have a precedent to say, well, we've actually signed this agreement, so how can you now go back on it? There's a lot of mess to go. This is not going to work for the fans. The fans are going to not turn up. And people say, well, they don't turn up already. Well, people do turn up to the games, and supporting their club means a lot to fans. Even if you don't go to the game every week, it doesn't mean you're not a diehard, dyed-in-the-wool supporter. Your club is your club, and they've just gone, no, it doesn't matter. This is what we're doing, and you're going to have to deal with it. And people are just not going to, in my opinion. There's no way Scarlets fans are going to go to St Helens, and there's no way Ospreys fans are going to go to Llanelli. And the same for Cardiff and the Dragons. There's no way. You can't ground share, in my opinion, because then you're paying for 2 stadiums that are only getting like 5 games a season. It does not work. So, yeah, I'm really disappointed with this. I would have been more susceptible to cutting a team, however they could have worked that out, and then having a development region and then 2 better funded ones, or even 1 really good funded one and 2 below that. That would have been my suggestion. I'm not saying that would have worked. I don't know for certain, but just cutting 50% of your regional fan base is not going to work. You're going to lose a massive area of. If you cut the Dragons, think of the size of Gwent. Think of how many players already drain over to England across the board. That is going to double, probably. They've got rid of the Exiles program now, so finding players outside of Wales is going to be less. I'm not happy with this. So, like I said, once we get more information, I'll go into it. I'll go through the statement and everything. I'll do that over on Dragon Sports, so make sure you subscribe to them. And then we'll see what happens if anything else comes out. I'll probably have to do another video on this channel, because undoubtedly there's going to be more stuff, and this is going to rumble on for the next 2 years, because that's how long we're going to have to wait to get to the sort of end of this. But that's all from me. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the next.